Hello, I'm Sonny Brasfield, and I'd like to welcome you to our Listen Up session focusing on issues important to county government that are expected to surface during the Alabama Legislature's 2021 regular session. I am Executive Director of the Association of County Commissions of Alabama, and we're going to focus our attention on issues that are not only important to counties, but we believe are important to all the residents of Alabama, issues that we hope that you will engage on, make contacts on, and that you will follow as we move forward into and through the 2021 regular session of the Alabama Legislature. Today, we're going to discuss an issue that is vitally important to all residents of Alabama, and that is the provision in Alabama's Constitution in Section 94 that prohibits government from giving a thing of value to a corporation or a person. This provision applies to county governments in Alabama and is one that we rely on very, very frequently and actively as we interact with our membership and discuss requests that come to county government and directly to the county commission on a regular basis. I often joke when I talk to officials and employees about Section 94 by saying, well, if a person is showing up and asking you to provide assistance and help in one way or another by giving direct revenue to that person, why don't we just go and paint their house? Why don't we, not stop with whatever specific request they're making? I make that reference only because I think it helps illustrate the point that the purpose of government and the purpose of receiving tax dollars is not to be able to turn around and give those back to individuals for their specific individual request. Now, certainly there are circumstances under which Alabama's Constitution does allow for public funds to be expended on things that might seem to be for the benefit of an individual. And let's talk specifically about Amendment 772, which was ratified by the voters here in Alabama many years ago, that allows for county government to expend public funds on issues that promote economic development. Now, one would argue, for example, if we were going to locate a new industry in Jones County, Alabama, and it was necessary for the county commission to construct a road to that industry, one might argue that that is in fact giving that corporation a thing of value and is a violation of Section 94. And it would be hard to defend that argument, but Amendment 772 says that there are those circumstances in which the private benefit given to a corporation or a person is outweighed by the public benefit of investing in economic development. So again, stay with this industry that we're talking about. Let's assume this industry was going to employ 200 people. Then it would be easy to show an argument that the private benefit of putting the road there is outweighed by the public benefit of giving 200 people, or maybe even more, in the area a chance for an improved life and new employment at this industry. At its core, that's what Amendment 772 does. Now, let's fast forward to the pandemic of 2020 and efforts that were advocated by many to encourage counties to take public funds during this pandemic and give them directly to business owners without following the provisions of Amendment 772. Alabama's Attorney General and this association both very strongly said that really can't be done. Even though we're in extraordinary circumstances, even though one might advocate strongly for providing assistance to businesses, the Constitution says counties can't do that without following this procedure that's in Amendment 772. So the association gave counties advice. You can move forward under very limited circumstances. You would have to hold a hearing as required in Amendment 772, and then you would have to vote and declare that the general public's good would outweigh any individual benefit given to the recipient of these funds. In the aftermath of this advice and counties being unable to do this during the pandemic, there have been discussions about loosening up the provisions of Amendment 772. And that brings us to the focus of our discussion here today. The Association of County Commissions of Alabama very strongly believes that Amendment 772 has served us well by only allowing the granting of public money to private individuals or private corporations under very limited and significant circumstances, and only after public hearings that allows the public to have direct input. Any effort that might come to loosen these provisions would be very concerning to Alabama counties. We recognize that these are extraordinary circumstances, but the Alabama Constitution makes this distinction to ensure that tax dollars don't go to individual persons for their benefit. That's in the Constitution for a reason. And to jump over that provision should only occur in the most significant of circumstances, and only, again, if the benefit derived by an individual is outweighed by the collective benefit received by all taxpayers. I know that's a complicated issue and one that you don't think about every day. It's not on the tip of your tongue. You don't wake up every morning wondering about Amendment 772, but it is a significant issue as we get ready to approach the 2021 session of the Alabama legislature. We look forward to working with you and others during the 2021 session. If you have any questions about this issue or any of our other initiatives during the regular session, we encourage you to contact the association, to go to our website, alabamacounties.org, to follow us on Twitter at Alabama Counties. And if you care to follow me too, you can keep up with our county activities at Sunny Brassfield. We thank you for listening for a few moments today. We encourage you to be engaged and to stay informed. And again, we thank you very much for your time.